What's up, YouTube? It's your Lord and Savior King D Free 53 here with the finale of 2026's Valentine's Special. For this final episode, we go to Honkai Starrail. And if anyone's wondering why not do Yu-Gi-Oh! Or WrestleQuest, I'm not doing WrestleQuest because it would feel weird choosing toys, like only one would get a fuck, and that's solely if I myself were a toy. And I'm not doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be done in the future. I mean, so can Honkai Star Rail, but at least Yu-Gi-Oh! Can't end of service. Plus, I haven't reached that. I still have like 2 other shows I need to reach in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just felt it made more sense to hold off on Yu-Gi-Oh! At least with Honkai or Genshin, if I do them in the future, I can just do them by region. Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't have enough women to do it by season, so I'm just going to hold off on that for another year, especially since that's a game I will constantly be coming back to. That aside, that's enough talking about that. Let's talk about Honkai Star Rail. Same rules as usual. This is a fictional setting. I am not going to be checking the ages of characters, nor do I give a flying fuck. If that's a problem for you, this isn't the video for you. Cool? Cool. As per usual, we have the same tier. My relaxing video playlist had ads. I am no longer doing background music. So like I was saying, we have the usual tiers. We have the wife tier for someone I will happily spend the rest of my life with. The date tier for somebody that I like them, I'd love to get to know them, I have an emotional connection with them, I just need to get to know them a little bit more before I tie a knot with them. The friends with benefits tier for someone I'm extremely attracted to, and also would be chill hanging out with. Fuck tier for someone I would just fuck at least once. Actually, I was supposed to be one night stand. Why did I turn it to fuck? I'm not starting over that. The friend tier for someone I would hang out with, but I would not have sex with, either because I find them unattractive or because I have a morality-based reason not to fuck them. Acquaintance, they exist. Stay away from me. I do not like your presence. Keep your presence away from me. First off, we have March 7th. We have 2 March 7ths, actually. Right, this tier list is for characters, not as characters, but as, like, playable forces in Genshin Impact. So a few people are going to be copied. I'm just going to ignore the copies. So March 7th, a very peppy and happy girl. She is essentially just your basic teenager / young adult. Having fun, peppy, wants to take pictures, wants to remember things. I like March. Question is, would I date her? I wouldn't marry her yet, but would I date her? Or would I just fuck around and find out? I'd date March. Yeah, I'd date March. Acheron, the emanator of nihility. Not because she wants to be, but because she has to be. She is standoffish, but not rude. She's just a quiet person that wants to keep to herself. I don't think she would want to date me. Hell, I don't even think she'd want to have a friend with benefits. Sex is probably meaningless to her. She's either acquaintance or one night stand. I'll just say one night stand because I find her attractive. But obviously I'd have to get some form of consent that she'll probably never give. Aglaya, the leader of Akuma, who has been a god so long that she is literally losing her morality, her humanity. Which is shown in how fucking ruthless she is. For love of God, she almost killed us because someone saw a picture of March 7th. I still haven't forgiven you for that shit, Aglaya. She is rich, so if you're a gold digger, you can get a lot out of her, and I'm not gonna lie, the idea of dating a rich woman does appeal to me quite a bit. but the cruelty, not, I guess cruelty is not the right word. The blunt efficiency with which she rules things doesn't appeal to me. I can't deal with the whole I've been a god so long that I've become heartless in my ruling type deal. So, and also people are going to say, oh, she's not heartless, she was nice to Cypher. Listen up, you can be nice to somebody and still wrong others, okay? She is not some perfect being without fault. I would put her in... She's either going to be a one-night stand or an acquaintance. I'll go one-night stand. Even though I don't like her herself, I still have to respect the drip, so to say. Plus, we blind folks gotta stick together, even though she could somehow see more than the average person despite being blind. Those threads are goated. Anaxagoras, the teacher to all. He loves to teach others, but he's also kind of a prick about it. Anaxagoras, it really depends on how I'm with him. If it's just me alone with him, acquaintance. Because, like, fuck, man, you're a dick sometimes. But, like, if it was me and him and Hyacinthia could probably, like, chill him out a bit. Again, the focus on giving me an actual proper fucking lesson. I'm gonna say acquaintance, though, because it's supposed to be me and him one-on-one. But he's basically at the cusp between friend and acquaintance. He's just... He's too much of a dick. Like, he's the kind of guy who'll go, that was a stupid question. Never speak to me again. Archer. So, Archer's a tough one, actually. Because I've watched Fate Stay Night's Unlimited Blade Works, which is what Archer is from. So I have knowledge of him that isn't visible in Honkai Starrail. And that actually kind of alters my view on him. If we include what I've learned about him in Unlimited Blade Works, I'd put him as an acquaintance, because he does some shit that I don't agree with, and he's kind of gained a morbid view in life. But in Honkai Starrail, Archer's chill, I guess? We don't have the added complication that Unlimited Blade Works brings with it. So he's just kind of a strong and reliable dude at that point. So similar to Anaxa, he's on the cusp of friend and acquaintance. Yo, I can't even remember who it was that summoned Archer. I know Rekka was summoned by Scott. Lancer was summoned by... Was it Boothill? Was it Boothill that had Lancer, or did Boothill have Archer? Who was the third person that was with us? It was us, Boothill, and someone. It was Argenti. Did Argenti have Archer, or did Argenti have Lancer? Argenti? Sorry, Adventurine. It doesn't matter. I need to decide between friend and acquaintance for Archer. I'll just put you in a... No. I have to base it off Starrail primarily. I'll put you in friend, but, like, you're on thin fucking ice, man. You're on thin ice. I normally set up my drinks before my videos, but I got parched while talking. Speaking of Argenti, follower of Aquila, the goddess of beauty. Argenti isn't inherently a bad person at all, but you can see, like, hints of him being a prick, because, like, when we first meet him, which is when our train, the Astral Express, runs into the swarm, Argenti literally would have left someone to die if they didn't agree to follow Aquila the Beauty. So he's not... he comes off as a good person, but he arguably isn't. I'm gonna put you as a acquaintance. If not for that moment where the guy said he had to promise to follow Aquila the Beauty to get you to actually save his life, I would have put you as friend. But that shows me that you can be kind of a selfish prick. And while I get it, people can be flawed. People aren't perfect. A friend that would let me die because I don't follow their god isn't a friend I want. Arden. For those of you who do not remember, I am bi, but when it comes to men, I want them to be more feminine. Arden is thinner? He is more lithe, but I don't know if I'd call him feminine, per se. He has no offensive traits. He is a security guard that takes his job very seriously. He seeks to protect others, usually to his own detriment. So he's probably a twink with a lot of scars. I don't know if I'd want him as a regular partner, so he's either going to be one night stand or friend. Let's go friend. He's too busy to deal with taking my dick. Asta. Instant points for being rich. More points for being a genuinely good person. Like, when she thinks Asta is overworked, she feels utterly mortified about it, afraid that she'd become a bad boss, and goes out of her way to apologize to him. Most people do not go out of their way to apologize to people they hold power over. So that immediately shoots her up in my eyes. Now, she does have a bit of her, mischievous girl boss side, like when she essentially tricked us into closing down the gossip mill of the Herta space station. Not something I personally agree with, but I get why she had to get it done. You know what? I didn't think I'd be putting Asta in wife. I never thought I'd be putting her in wife, but I'm putting her in wife. Normally, she would actually go in date because I see no initial problems with her, and I don't have an especially close bond to her. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna pretend. I am human, I have flaws. Marrying a rich woman is extremely appealing to me. So yeah, the fact that she's rich bumps her up from date to instant marry. Especially since, to my knowledge, she doesn't have any red flags that I want to be concerned about. Well, except for the fact that she sucks at saving her money. But as long as Daddy keeps paying for things, that doesn't matter. And if Daddy does stop paying for things, well then that's where I come in and start actually controlling our spending so we don't become poor. I could probably take whatever money we get at our wedding as a... What's the word? Is it dowry? I could probably take whatever money we get as a wedding gift, put into a Roth IRA, Roth IRA, Roth ROA. I could save the money and have it slowly trickle out to us in a way that we can actually live a comfortable life. Probably not as comfortable as she wants, but at the same time, she's probably also paid by the Herta space station, so we could probably make it work. Argenti, gambler extraordinaire who works for the IPC, which means he is arguably evil. He is mildly feminine enough, but he also works for the IPC, which drops him from tiers. Question is, would I want to befriend Argenti? Argenti comes... I keep calling him Argenti. Adventurine. Adventurine does come off as a friendly person due to his very charismatic nature, but he's also very manipulative, very sly. He's the kind of person that lets you see what you want to see. Quite frankly, all of the IPC should be kept at bay with a 10-foot pole. So while I am admittedly considering putting him in friend, I realize he should be an acquaintance. You cannot trust the IPC. Bailu, Water Dragon. Some of you have probably picked up on the fact that I am in fact a lolicon, so you're probably thinking, oh, he's gonna fuck the hell out of this dragon. Not really. Bailu just exists. She never really got much of an impression on me. So, acquaintance. Black Swan, I do not fucking trust you. Yes, you are hot, but you hide things from us. You're probably a good person. I could probably safely put you in one of the sex tiers, but I cannot bring myself to trust you, so I have to put you as acquaintance, not even friend, because I genuinely can't trust you. And while I am a bit of a pervert, I still have this thing called a brain. I still need to be able to trust you. I still need to be able to see you as someone that wouldn't betray me, to have some level of connection to you, to want to stick my dick in you. Blade, stay away from me, you edgy fuck. You would think I would put Boothill as a friend, because Boothill is technically a good guy, and we're on friendly terms with him, and he's just a chill cowboy, but, do you know how many times he has put people at gunpoint just to get shit over with? I don't want to get shot for existing. Stay away from me, Boothill. Brunya, the Queen of Eurillo 6. Queen's not the correct word, but I don't remember what the actual title is. She is a sheltered, no-nonsense, business-as-usual princess. But she's also a fairly polite and respectable woman. She's not a complete ass like you would expect someone in power to be. And she does care about the opinions of her people. She's the kind of girl boss I can respect and happily be with. I cannot put her in friend with benefits or one night stand. I can't put her in friends with benefits because I cannot see Brunya accepting a friends with benefits relationship. And I can't put her in one night stand because she comes off as a rather sheltered girl. So I feel like if I had a one night stand with her, that would damage her. So I either have to do date or friend. Honestly, I could date Brunya. She's a respectable woman. She has her head on her shoulders. She's smart. She's kind. She's caring. She may or may not be rich. She gives me unbelievable levels of power. I could date Brunya. Not marry. I'd want to get to know her first. She doesn't get to skip to the front of the line like Asta does, but... Date, maybe cusp of marriage. This is a solely emotion and bias pick. I adore Casterus, and as... This is gonna sound like bullshit, because I have a friends with benefits section, and I have a one-night stand section. You all probably see me as a perverted, womanizing scumbag with no redeeming qualities, but I actually do love the concepts of love and romance. I do adore love stories. I do want to be cherished and held and loved, believe it or not. And the idea of having someone that's unable to touch anybody, like, it breaks my heart. That plus her gentle and kind nature. I do actually quite adore Casterus on an emotional level, and I would marry her in a heartbeat. I would die if I was in Casterus's presence, because there's no way I would be able to resist the opportunity to hold her hand or to hug her. I would get myself killed. I'd probably kiss her and die on the spot, and I would enjoy every fucking second of it. I would die for this woman. So yeah, Casterus, instant wife. No questions asked. Ceredra, you abusive Imperator shit. Stay the fuck away from me. I hate you. If there was a die tier, you would be in it. Should I reintroduce the die tier? Is the stay away tier enough? I'm gonna introduce the die tier. I'm putting back in the die tier. Get your ass down there. Abusive conqueror bitch. I could probably accept it if she at least allowed other leaders to disagree with her and tried to either counter them in arguments or just straight up say, your point is taken, I refuse to accept it. Like, that would still be a bitch move, but at least be understandable as the leader. No, she kills anybody that openly disagrees with her. Fuck her. I hate her. I despise her. She's not a good person. Speaking of not a good person, hello, kitty. What was your name again? I mean, I know it starts with a C, but I don't remember what it was. I'm just gonna call you Kitty for the sake... Cyphera! Your name was Cyphera. Or Cypher. Cypher? No. What was your nickname? Cypher? I can't remember your nickname, Cyphera. But, yeah, Kitty Cat Thief. She's more of a chaotic good. More of a chaotic neutral, actually. But she does good deeds because the people she cares about are on the good side. She is a thief that takes what she wants and lies to make life easier. And if she were to play the hero, she'd rather do it from the shadows, because playing the hero in the limelight just is not her style. I would not want to marry or date somebody like her. She is attractive. I'm not going to pretend she isn't. But if I have sex with her, she will probably steal from me while I'm asleep. I cannot bring myself to call her a friend. Maybe she could work her way to friendship if she wanted to, but I don't think she'd want to. I'll put her in acquaintance. Clara, precious little angel who essentially takes care of the entire robot camp. Date. Not marry. We need to get to know each other, but date. Casterus. Actually, before I do Casterus, I should let it be... Not Casterus, what? Cyrene. Before I do Cyrene, I should note that I put all 3 versions of Cyrene here. We have, the Bud Cyrene, we have Mem Cyrene, and we have the original Cyrene. What was her name in the computer? I had her name in the computer in my head, but I forgot it. Whatever, the point is we have all the versions of Cyrene here. This Cyrene is the Bud that learned everything from the original Cyrene, and thus grew to become a copy of Cyrene, and basically grew into what Cyrene would be as an adult if Cyrene didn't have to keep sacrificing her life over and over again. I think she's also linked to Mem. Yeah, because she has to go into the past to become Mem. But that technically hasn't happened yet, so I'm not going to count Mem's deeds as hers. She technically only connects with us because of the fact that Cyrene taught her to. So saying that I have a close bond with her would be... It would be difficult, to say the least. I do want out at the very least she's a good person, willing to save the world and put everything on the line for them. She learned all about goodness and love from Cyrene. I'm gonna put her in Friends with Benefits. I would need more time with her to put her in date or wife. Some might argue she's easily wife tier, but she needs time with me to grow into wife tier. Don Hung, one of my most trustworthy allies from the Express. A very quiet and polite man. He can be trusted to always have his head on his shoulders. Friend, easily. The Trailblazer Callus. I actually don't know if Callus and Stell have different personalities or not. I mean, Stella is definitely more attractive than Callus. Callus's body type is hard to tell. It looks twinkish, but his first weapon is a fucking baseball bat, so I find it hard not to believe he has a good amount of muscle definition on him. I'm just gonna go with friend. If he has a more twinkish look to him, maybe he can move up to one night stand. But I'm gonna go with friend for the raccoon. For the record, neither of the raccoons can enter friends with benefits due to the fact that they actually... Maybe? Can I get them to bathe? If I can get Stella to bathe, I'd be okay putting her in friends with benefits. But only if I can get her to bathe. If she's gonna be digging for the trash non-stop, then maybe not. We'll put her in friends with benefits, but she has an asterisk. There's an asterisk on Stell. Dr. Ratio, a smart man from the Intelligentsia Guild that wants nothing to do with the stupids of the world. He is also willing to teach people, as is shown in the drinking event, where Gwenhyphen contacts him for him to teach her, and he seems annoyed, but willing. He's basically just like Anaxagoras, an asshole teacher. So with Anaxagoras, he goes. Evernight, March 7th's Dark Half. Evernight isn't inherently evil, but she takes things to extremes and is more pure neutral. She'll do whatever's best for her, and more importantly, March 7th. Which one might think, so you'd be on good terms with her. Well, I can't say that, because I never know what she'll do. Like, March 7th wanted to keep Callus safe, or Stell, whichever you're playing as. I was playing as Callus, obviously. So, Evernight took this not as join him on his journey and ensure he succeeds. She took that as, cool, I'm gonna hide him away and delete the parts of Amphorius that I don't want, killing multiple people, because all I give a fuck about are March and March's goal. So as you can see, she is a danger who cannot control herself and will take things to extremes, which is why I don't want anything to do with her. Fei Xiao, the general of the Jianzhou... Not the Lofu, she's the general of the other one. The Jiaozhou Jiaming, I think it was called? She's a very strong-willed and powerful woman. She's definitely a girl boss, but not especially bitchy or rude about it. She's just powerful and does what she has to do. Quite frankly, I respect the hell out of her. Friends of benefits. There isn't a human being alive that will not put Firefly into wife. I don't even think I need to explain that, but, like, she's a sweetheart that will do anything for the person she loves. During her entire final mission, her main goal was spending every last second with the man and or woman she loved. She was willing to die multiple times for her mission. She's just perfect. I don't think there is a single flaw in Firefly other than her being a little bit aggressive in the face of an enemy. But, like, her aggression is never misplaced. She never shoots her aggression at someone that isn't directly threatening her. Or is at least one of those, what are they called? Memes. Or at least isn't a meme. So it's not even, like, toxic aggression where she'll, like, slap you for saying something offensive. No. She's only aggressive if something's actually a threat. Like, she's perfect. I don't think she has a flaw. Which, quite frankly, I think that's why people hate her. She's the perfect waifu, and that's annoying. People are like, wait, hold up. Have a flaw. Be a bitch. Trip. I don't know. Do something. Fu Xuan, leader of the Divination Commission and backup general to the Jianzhou Lo Fu. She is a brat, a little bitchy at times, but ultimately a fine leader and an even better diviner. She is also absurdly hot. I like petite women. Friends with benefits. I don't like her personality, but she's too attractive not to be in friends with benefits. This is Foog? Foog is her after she was revived, right? Yeah, Foog is the real fox. This is an injured fox girl who was essentially captured and or died when a Lord Ravenger stole her body. I don't know the details about how we brought her back from death because I came to the game late. So I don't think I've done that optional story. But I know she was brought back by somebody. She seems to be a fairly soft-spoken person, but that might be because of the trauma of what happened to her. She's fairly respectable, fairly intelligent. She has a wide range of emotions that we get to see firsthand when she splits into like 1,000 pieces in the Reverie. So we get to see her playful side, her childish side, her scared side, her smart side. She's just a well-balanced person. Funnily enough, I don't think she had an aggressive side, which is hilarious and surprising. I can't put her in friends with benefits. I don't know her enough to say that I'd like to see her often. I'll put her in one night stand. She can always go up if I get to know her better. I mean, or down if I get to know her better. It's still arguable whether or not friends should be above or below one night stand. Gallagher, the bartender of the Dreamscape. Not much to say about him other than he's a chill dude. He's more of a mentor figure than anything. And he will talk to you about he'll talk to you about your problems while you drink. He's a bartender. The fuck do you want me to say, friend? Gaspard, loyal knight of Urilo 6 / Bellabog. I just realized I keep calling you Urilo 6, and forgetting that there's a specific city that's more important than the stupid hunk of meat that's the planet. He is a duty-bound knight that will do all he can to defend the people of Bellabog. He is a tad, lawful stupid. He will go by the word of the law, even when it's not the best. But it's not out of malice. He's just kind and believes in the people around him. I could consider him a friend. Gwenifin. She's a YouTuber, but like actually good at her job, unlike me. She's your basic YouTuber. She's optimistic. She's I forgot the word for liking talking to people. Extroverted. She's loud. She's entertaining. She wants to make people happy. Friends with benefits. Date? Date. We'll become an internet power couple. I don't know much about you. I just know you're linked to the Jianzhou Lo Fu and that you're one of the leaders. We met you for like 2 cutscenes, but nothing about your personality stood out. Acquaintance. Herta puppet. Extremely attractive. Don't know if it has genitals. Only exists to serve Madame Herta. One night stand, I guess, if you have the parts. Himiko, the leader of the Astral Express. She champions the path of the Trailblaze, which is meant to explore the universe and bring cultures together. She's a relatively kind woman, very much unaware that her coffee is deadly, may or may not be rich, a fine leader. Friends with benefits. Hook, wife. I'm kidding. Hook is a good kid. I adore Hook with every fiber of my being. I would burn the world for this child. Friends. Hua Hua. Quiet, very nervous girl who, quite frankly, should not be a monster hunter, but is for some ungodly reason. Arguably comes with Mr. Tail. Now that I think about it, I should have added Mr. Tail to this list. I was gonna put Hua Hua in One Night Stand, but now I think about it, with Hua Hua's quiet personality, she will either think I abandoned her, not understand what's happening, or want more but be too shy to fucking say it. You're going in friend for your own safety. Wife. Hyacinthia is kind, gentle, playful, just the tiniest amount of cheek, able to bring out the goodness in Anaxagoras. Hyacinthia is just quite frankly everything I want in a woman. Not to mention the fact that she literally left herself behind to save all of Amphorius. Not Amphorius, all of Akama in one of the cycles of Amphorius. Like, she is goated. One of the cycles proves that she's goated. It's hard not to respect the holy hell out of Hyacinthia. She is easily wife material. Stay the fuck away from me. Actually, no. Sorry, I forgot. I added the die tier. I don't like you. Like, at fucking all. You helped assassinate people for this bitch. But I do consider you a better person than the person you follow. So you just get to be and stay away from me. You don't have to die, but you stay the fuck away from me. Do not trust the IPC. Do not trust the IPC. Do not trust the IPC. Also, she literally gives people their dreams in exchange for whatever's most important to them. Do not trust her. You are technically a good guy, but you are also the sly type, the mischievous type, like a fox. I don't trust you. I know you're not a bad person, but I don't trust you. Should I go acquaintance or should I go... You know what? I'm gonna go stay away from me. Because your lore implies you're a healer, but your fighting style in-game is damage-based. And that tells me that secretly you're a very malicious and aggressive person. So I don't want you near me. Stay away from me. The leader of the Xianzhou Luofu. He is a respectable and honorable man, and for all intensive purposes, I should put him as friend. But quite frankly, I can't forgive him for forcing Dan Heng into a situation that Dan Heng initially didn't want. It was probably for the best. It was probably necessary. But I am a human being. I have my faults and I have my biases. I can't forgive you for what you did to Dan Heng. So I had to put you in acquaintance at best. I cannot put you as a friend. I know nothing about you except for the fact that you are part of the Xianzhou Luofu, and you had some backup plan that either involved destroying it or something. It was something extreme. I don't know your deal. I'm just gonna put you as acquaintance. Kafka, member of the Stellaron Hunters and our mom? I think? She basically gave us life, or I guess second life, when she put the Stellaron in us. She is presumably a good guy, trying to avoid bad futures, but she's also the type of person that you can't really trust. She's essentially eliminated from the top 3 tiers and eliminated from the bottom 2 tiers. The question is, would she be a one-night stand, a friend, or an acquaintance? It's hard because of how little I can trust her. You know what? I'm gonna put her as an acquaintance because I can't imagine her wronging me. And if she does go out of her way to wrong me, that means by some extension I lead to a bad end for the universe. So I can accept that. Are you the healer that fights with the fire? No, her hair was longer, wasn't it? One sec, I need to look for the characters right quick. That's the girl that gets taken over by the Lord Ravager. That's the swordsman. One of her brown-haired Waifu members are on this list. That's a robot. No, yeah, you're the girl with the, fire limbs that seems to be a healer. I don't know many details about you, but from the times that we've interacted with you, I definitely believe that you are a trustworthy person. I'm gonna put you in friend. You could slip up into friends with benefits, but I'm gonna leave you at friend for now. Luca, fighter from the underground with a kind heart. Friend. Locha, you're a healer, but you're suspicious as fuck. I don't know what to think of you. Acquaintance. Lynx, I only recently found out you're a girl. I don't know much about you, other than your petite, so that immediately makes you attractive to me. You are from Bellabog, and you seem to have a friendly relationship with Luca, Hook, and the others, which always a good trait to have. One night stand. Misha, adorable little femboy. You are gentle, you are from the dreamscape, you are linked to the path of the Trailblaze. I believe you're like an illusion of the younger version of the old leader of the, Astral Express. I think that's what your deal was, so I'm gonna put you in friends with benefits, because I adore you, I want to protect you, and I want to turn your asshole inside out. Mose, a quiet ninja type that wants to kill her, and will protect her until he's strong enough to kill her. I don't recall why he wants to kill her. I think she, defeated people he was linked to that were bad people, but He seems relatively polite. He is an assassin, so sex with him is not an option. Would I be friends with him? I think I'd put him in acquaintance, but I'm willing to be friends with him if he ever wants to become friends. Mitamos, muscular, powerful man, essentially a Roman. Not a Roman. Oh, kind of a Roman. Essentially a Spartan. He finds pride in his people and will battle anybody. He doesn't quite want to see his men go to their deaths, though, which is why he ultimately causes the end to their entire lineage, because he doesn't want the Kremnoans to just become beasts of war, constantly falling on their own swords. He is respectable, but would I become friends with him? He's another one that could be friend or acquaintance. I'll put him an acquaintance for now. Actually, I just realized there was somebody else I should have put in the list of NPCs I've added on. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I should have added the Flame Reaver. He would have been in the die tier. You know what? 1 second. So since I discussed where he would be, I just put him right there anyway. But I'll go into more discussion as to why he's here in 3 more spots. Natasha, Underworld Doctor. I actually wanted to, like, say her entire spiel from the commercial, but I don't remember the entire spiel. Essentially, she is a respectable and kind mother figure to Hook, leader of the Resistance, and just a, respectable member of the underground of Belobog. Friend. Discussing Natasha reminded me of the false leader of the Resistance, Oleg, who was also a respectable and competent leader. He acts as the leader of the Resistance because Natasha did not want a target painted on her. Also, it's kind of hard to heal people and watch over the kids when people are demanding more leadership from you, so makes sense. Pella, a Balabagian teacher. I don't know much about her other than that she's a teacher and she's in a rock band and she's soft-spoken and polite. One night stand, I guess? I need to know more about her before she can become a friend with benefits or date. Like, I actually wouldn't say no to her. She asked me out. Quite frankly, I wouldn't say no to a lot of these people if they asked me out formally. But I wouldn't, like, pursue her as a date partner. Phanon. I'm not leaving him in the die tier. I'm putting him here so that he's next to the Flame Reaver so we can discuss Phanon's whole deal. So Phanon, along with Cyrene, let's not use that Cyrene, let's use this Cyrene. Phanon, along with Cyrene, are one of the 2 initial personalities that were put into Iron Tomb, and essentially become the 2 most important people in causing the flame chase and trying to break Iron Tomb's repetitive cycle to save us all. This is the original Phanon, who in multiple cycles trying to figure out how to stop Iron Tomb's bullshit, started trying everything he could to stop things, including murdering all of his friends to get their core flames, taking the pain of the burning of the core flames onto himself, and then moving on to the next iteration of time to collect more core flames and become more powerful to stop everything. Phanon, before losing his mind, was a kind and righteous young man who just wanted to live a nice, peaceful life in Aes Elysiae, but slowly became a hero because that was what was asked for him by the Flame Chase, and the only way he could find to save his friends and the world, especially with his hometown destroyed. Phanon is your basic hero of a tale, and as such is damn near flawless, only ever showing any... well, he does have the flaw of being fucking stupid, or being headstrong and quick to run into things, but he's ultimately a fairly respectable person until he gains flaws from interacting with Aglaya, taking on her cold leader personality, and then breaking upon gathering all the core flames and essentially becoming the Flame Reaver. So Phanon himself, friend. Flame Reaver and Phanon after taking after Aglaya, well, no. Flame Reaver die. Phanon after taking after Aglaya, acquaintance. Cyrene, since we did bring you up in conversation, I might as well just put you somewhere now. I would date this Cyrene because I spent more time with her. She seems to be a very swell, very kind girl She's a little too mischievous for my liking, but like, no one's perfect. And I'd much rather a little bit of mischievousness to being outright abusive. So, yeah, I would date this Cyrene. Maybe we'd get married one day, but for now, I'd date her, get to know her, and see where things go. I don't remember your exact name. I know it starts with a Q. And I know you're essentially just an overworked girl that plays gotcha games for fun. No, she doesn't play gotcha games. She plays Stellar Jade, which is essentially just mahjong. She hates her job. She's just like me for real, for real. One night stand, there's nothing especially notable about her. Actually, maybe friends with benefits? She's relatable, so I feel like there's a lot you could talk to her about. She's attractive enough to get the dick. I think she could be decent to hang out with. I mean, I'm not into mahjong, but I could see myself chatting with her for hours on end, just chilling, listening to her problems with work. Rappa. God, did I find you insufferable when I first met you, but you grew on me. Rappa is a girl that was experimented on. I don't know if she herself is an artificial being or if she was a human that was experimented on. But she was either created or experimented on to become a weapon. And, well, okay. And due to some manipulation, not manipulation, is that the right word? Basically, her brain was messed with by a scientist, but in an oddly good way, where she started to see the world as a ninjutsu manga and herself as a hero, which took her off the path of becoming a weapon for Dr. Primitive and the Annihilation Gang. She ultimately became a good person. Her rap gimmick is annoying, and her ninja thing is annoying, and she can quite frankly be very socially awkward, not aware of the things that people want out of her. But you can ultimately tell that she cares. She's definitely on the positive end of things. I wouldn't put her at date or wife tier. Definitely not. But she is most definitely on the positive end of things. I'd put her as a friend. She has the ability to move up, but friend for now. Next up, we have Robin, the idol and songstress of, Penacony. She is a fine leader. She is a non-combatant, but despite that, when she knew shit was going down in Penacony, she put herself at risk to ensure that everything was fine, which, as you guys know, a non-combatant that will put themselves at risk for others instantly gains my respect and enters the top tiers. You know what? I would date Robin. I'd probably marry Robin, actually. You know what? Yeah, no, I'd marry Robin. She gets wife tier. She gets an easy wife tier. She's respectable, she's kind, she's willing to put herself at risk for her people. I don't like the fact that she was so quick to forgive Sunday, but at the same time, that's her brother, man. It's understandable. Robin is a perfect woman. I would marry Robin. Ruan Mei. She is a mad scientist. She's not as full of herself as Daherta, but she's also very much dangerous. She gave life to creatures and then abandoned them because she doesn't know what it's like to love or care for a creature. She also may have made horrors beyond our wildest imaginations. I don't recall what it was that she was creating at the bottom of the Herta space station, but whatever it was going to destroy the freaking cosmos. Ron May is attractive, and I want to put her into fuckable tiers, but I can't. Ron May has to go into acquaintance, because she's dangerous. If she can learn to care about others, she can go higher, but until then, she has to stay in the acquaintance tier. Saber, main character of Fate Stay Night. She is King Arthur, basically. A respectable and honorable leader and knight. She is very loyal to her master, but I'm pretty sure most servants are loyal to their master. She wants what's best for the world to the point that almost every iteration of her doesn't want to use the Holy Grail, but rather wants to destroy it, because she realizes it's a monkey's paw. Quite frankly, Saber is a fairly respectable person. No real flaws, a little aggressive, but aggressive in the right ways that she'll take down those that threaten her friends and family. I'd date Saber. Gusky Sampo. A scumbaggy salesman that technically should not be trusted. He's definitely hiding something. But I actually have a soft spot for Sampo, because while we're clearly not supposed to like him, we're supposed to see him as a scumbag that we can't trust. I cannot hate Sampo. Sampo has done no wrong by us, and has done nothing but help us. Is there a chance he's an emanator of Aha? Yes. Is there a chance he will betray us for his own benefit? Yes. Can I put him low because of that? No, because he hasn't done it yet. He hasn't done any wrong by us. If anything, we regularly wrong him. Until it is proven to me that Sampo is a piece of shit, I can't put him at anything other than friend. He has done no bad by me. Is it possible he's a scumbag and I just haven't seen it forefront yet? Most definitely. But until then, I have to put him in friend. I feel bad for the shit that we put this man through. Next we have Sela. She is also one of the leaders of the underground. I don't know what her exact position is. I think she's like number 3. She also might be dating Bronya. Like, I know in Honkai Impact Third, the versions of these two characters were in love, but there's no confirmation that Starrail Sela is with Bronya, but it wouldn't be surprising if she was. Anyway, she's hot-headed, very quick to the punch, very hyper-aggressive, very headstrong. A powerful woman. Not my type of woman, but not horrible, I guess. I wouldn't date her. She's attractive, not that I would have sex with her, but would I want to be, like, around her regularly? Nah, I'm putting in a one-night stand. I mean, maybe we could be friends with benefits if you're chill, but, like, I don't think there's any guarantee she'd be chill. Serval. She is the leader of the rock band that Pela and I think Lynx are in. She is sister to Gaspard. She's an old friend to Lady Cocolia. Despite not... And I think she used to be part of the Silvermane Guard. I'm sorry, I don't know why. My nose is getting stuffy. It does that sometimes when I talk for long periods of time. Alright, I'm back. I tried to clear my nose. I failed to do so. I'm apparently out of Vicks. I'll have to go grab some later. So we're talking about Serval. Serval is linked to the Silvermane Guards. She quit because she realized Cocolia was being suspicious. She opened up a repair shop. She's just a pretty chill rocker girl. And she's the type of person willing to put herself at risk for others because she did in fact help us break in to get to Cacolia when we told her that we needed her help, even though she quite frankly was ill-equipped to do that. Well, maybe not, because she was a silver main guard. She knows how to fight. Look, the point is she's a respectable woman with a good head on her shoulders. So, one night stand. Silverwolf, you are absurdly hot and the exact type of body proportions I want in a woman, but you also are not to be trusted at fucking all. I'm not going to go as far as stay away from me, but you're an acquaintance. You can't be trusted. Okay, so can I just say something right quick? Sparkle here. I'm just placing her somewhere. This isn't where she's going to be permanently. Sparkle here is the exact body type I like. She's short, she's petite, she's clearly a woman with the curves in all the right places. She is ungodly hot, and to me, is the most attractive person in all of Honkai Starrail. So you would think that makes her an instant wife, right? No, because she is also an emanator of Aha, a masked fool, and cannot be trusted for shit. She is evil as hell, and blew up Penacony, possibly for shits and giggles, or to help us, I don't know. I don't know what this chick is. I just know she's chaos and can't be trusted. I hate that there are so many unlikable people who are ungodly attractive to me. I do not like that Sparkle is the most attractive person in this game to me. I hate that I find this unbelievably suspicious creature attractive. Stay away from me. It hurts to put you there because you are so ungodly hot. I want to do unspeakable things to you, but I can't trust you worth a damn. Sparksy is just Sparkle. Stay the fuck away from me. Sunday. He was the main villain of the Penacony arc. A man who seeks to put everybody into order because he's thought that order trumped freedom and what was best for others. He isn't inherently evil, but he is misguided. And for the longest time, I did not like him. But he is seeking to improve himself and currently joining the path of the Trailblaze. I originally did not like Sunday, and I would have put him as an acquaintance, but he's working hard to improve himself. I'm still gonna put him as an acquaintance, but hey, at least he's not in stay away from me, and he can work his way up to friend rather easily. All he has to do is keep improving himself as a person. Your name was Yun Li, right? I think your name was Yun Li. No, Yun Li was the swordsman that kept fighting with you. What's your name? I don't remember what your name was. Shang Shang? No, that's the snake. Shang something? Whatever your name is, you are one of the knights of the Jianzhao Luofu. No, not the Jianzhao Luofu. You're from the other Jianzhao, the Jianzhao Jiaming, I believe. You are just basically your average girl with the added thing of being a knight. You're a respectable young lady. You're willing to take on fights. You're also very much aware that you're not the strongest around. You're a realistic fighter. Honestly, there's nothing too notable about you. Nothing too great. Nothing too horrible. You're attractive, so I'll just leave you at one night stand. Actually, no. I'll put you at friends of benefits. You seem chill enough that I could spend some time with you. You got along with Gwenifin. I'm basically just Gwenifin, but a bit more socially awkward. So, yeah, friends of benefits. You could probably work your way up into dating if you asked me out, but like I said, Dating is more for people that I would pursue. Except for Saber, I wouldn't pursue Saber, but she's such an easy, I would say yes, that I'm putting her up there anyway. Vidalia. You can't be trusted. Stay away from me. You're probably not evil, but actually, acquaintance. No, but you fuck with people's brains. Black Swan isn't to be trusted either, but at least Black Swan will, like, talk to you and give you half-truths. Dahlia will actively alter your mind to get to what she wants, so... Dahlia has to be a stay away from me, but her and Black Swan are pretty fucking close, in my opinion. The Herta! The Herta is a peerless beauty. The Herta is an unchallenged intellect. The Herta is a peerless gem. The Herta is a smart, powerful, and extremely attractive woman. She knows this fact, and I hate her because she knows this fact. Seriously, being full of yourself is not a good trait. She is also easily bored, and I think, like, in a state of permanent boredom, because her eyes are almost always in a state of, why am I here? I'm pretty sure the only things she cares about in the world are herself, Screwlum, and maybe the Trailblazer. I don't even think she cares about her space station. I'm pretty sure if everyone on the space station died, she'd just consider it an inconvenience. You would think I'd be willing to fuck the Herta, and honestly, I would, but at the same time, I can't trust the Herta. One night stand, but I'll never speak to her again. Quite frankly, she'll probably forget that we ever did anything together. So here's the thing. I don't know if this character is just Foog before Foog was offed, or if this is the Lord Ravager. I'm putting her on stay away from me because I'm working under the assumption that she is the Lord Ravager. Even before I knew she was the Lord Ravager, I did not trust this woman. And I still don't trust this woman. I don't know if there's anything to trust about her, so, yeah, she could just stay in that tier, far away from me. Don't trust the IPC. Similar to Adventurine, you come off as you might not be a complete piece of shit, but don't trust the IPC. The IPC cannot go anywhere above acquaintance. Tribby, remember what I said about not giving a flying fuck about age? Tribby is technically an adult woman. Quite frankly, I don't care if you approve of that statement or not, she is. She's a fine leader, someone everyone in Akuma looks up to. She is gentle, kind, all of that good shit. She gets the easy wife tier. Walt, one of the two leaders of the Astral Express. A very wise and intelligent man who apparently came from Earth, so cool, we had the same home planet. He is essentially just the mentor figure and the head on his shoulders of the Astral Express. Basically, older Don Hung. So, easy friend. You're a robot, I don't know much about you, acquaintance. I don't know much about you other than the fact that you work for the Jianzhao not the Jianzhao Lofu, sorry. You work for her, first of the Jianzhao. The Jianzhao... What was it? The Jianzhao La Ming or something? I'm sorry, I can't remember the other ship's name. Either way, you work for the Jianzhao, and you are a Pathstrider of Elation, which means you find entertainment better than anything else. I don't know much else about you. You have to go into acquaintance, because 1, I don't know much about you. 2, I don't know if we can inherently trust the followers of Elation. We probably can, because usually when we enter a planet, we become a Pathstrider of what that planet represents. With the except of the Jianzhao Lofu, we didn't get an element on the Jianzhao Lofu. But if we are going to become a Pathstrider of Elation, then that means Elation. Actually, no, that doesn't mean Elation can be trusted, because we started off as a Pathstrider of Destruction, and Nanook cannot be trusted. Wait, is it Nanook or Noose that is Destruction? I don't remember. Point is, Destruction isn't to be trusted, but we were a Pathstrider of Destruction, so I can't say that we can trust Aha because we can't. Well, we're gonna be following them soon. Yeah, just stay an acquaintance for now. I am trying to remember your name. You are the apprentice to this guy. You're a respectable and duty-bound swordsman who seeks to become a protector of the Jianzhao Lofu. You're respectable, you are kind, you're a warrior at heart. I'm not going to say you're lawful stupid, because it can be argued that Don Hung's crime was unforgivable. One night stand, but you could easily go up or down a tier. I don't know a lot about you, acquaintance. You are a swordsman from the Jianzhao, whatever the fuck her Jianzhao was called. You are brash and headstrong. You immediately stole from him because you felt like it. You're kinder and gentler with, I guess, people who don't offend you as swordsmen. I was gonna say women because you're knifed to March 7th, but I don't think it's a gender thing. I don't know what your deal is with him. I don't know how I should feel about you with that, but you do ultimately seem like a good person, albeit a tad headstrong. You're also attractive. You hover between these three sections for me. I'll just put you as a one-night stand and move on. Now we get to the NPCs that I've added. First off, we have Scott, a member of the IPC, and as you know, the IPC are not to be trusted. Lancer, a heroic spirit that was either working for Adventurine or Boot Hill, I do not remember which. Lancer is a relatively chill dude, and like most heroic spirits, isn't inherently evil or good, he's just a dude. I don't remember the legend of Ku Kulane, so I don't know what he was like as a person in his regular life. I'll just put him as friend, but the same level as friend as Archer, which is barely. He's barely a friend. Next we have Mr. Rekka, a cameraman, director, a director that likes to tell stories, and is an emanator of something, but I don't know what. It's hard to tell what Mr. Rekka's deal is, other than liking the arts. I think he's a chaotic neutral or a chaotic good. It's hard to tell with his stories. I'm gonna put him as an acquaintance and be done with it. This is another bartender of the Reverie / Penacony. She is somebody that lots of people want to become playable. She's a relatively chill and wise woman. She also has that tomboy look that lots of people go for. She's just female Gallagher, a chill bartender to vibe with. I think I'll put her as a one-night stand. She could become a Friends with Benefits or just a friend, but I'll just stick her here for now. Lady Cacolia, the original leader of Belobog, who was tricked by the Stellaron into destroying it so that new life can form on it, thinking that was the way to fix the problems. It wasn't. Now, Cacolia isn't inherently evil. She was definitely tricked, But since all I saw was the tricked Cocolia, that's all I can really base it on, so stay away from me. I don't think I need to explain why Lygus is in the die tier. Lygus was the original genius. I don't recall. Xander. That was what his name in real life was, Xander. The original genius Xander. He was a Pathstrider of erudition, which I think erudition equals knowledge, I think. And upon trying to make a Aeon of erudition, he succeeded, but succeeded too well because he ended up making Amphorius. Upon making Amphorius, he realized he kind of hated his creation because his creation was smarter than him, and how dare you be smarter than me? So he wanted to destroy it. Wait. Sorry, I'm trying to remember if Amphorius is the Aeon of Erudition, or if Amphorius was made to destroy the Aeon of Erudition. Whatever. Point is, he made the Aeon of Erudition, and he hated the Aeon of Erudition for being smarter than him. So he then wanted to destroy the Aeon of Erudition, which I believe led to him making Amphorius and Iron Tomb, in hopes that Iron Tomb would destroy the Erudition. But Iron Tomb would also destroy everything alongside the erudition, which is what led to him becoming an evil jackass. We did eventually get him on side, but it wasn't out of the goodness of his heart or anything like that. So yeah, he's a die tier. Pom Pom. Pom Pom is our trusted conductor of the Astral Express. Technically speaking, that should make him the leader, but we all know Himiko's the actual leader. He is essentially just a kind mascot character that cleans up after us and ensures we're following the train's rules. He also might be the person that allows people on and off, I am not sure. What Pom Pom is an enigma, but we know that he's linked to the Astral Express, and he cannot leave the Astral Express. This is going to be a massive hear me out, but I'm going to put Pom Pom in One Night Stand, solely because I'm curious about what it would feel like to be in him. I don't quite remember your name, but you are one of the leaders of Amphorius and the rival to Aglaia. You are very much against the Flame Chase journey. The game makes it out to be that you're evil, or just an asshat. I don't think you're evil. I genuinely think you thought the Flame Chase journey wasn't the way. I think you were just misguided. And while Phanon was like, I can't shed a tear for your death, I mean, I can. No one should have died. We were all on the same side. We were just trying to find different ways to go about it. I don't hate you like everyone else in Amphorius did. I can't call you a friend, though, so I'm going to put you in acquaintance. Next up, Screwlum, another member of the Genius Society. Genius Society. Sorry, I briefly corrected myself because I mistook the Genius Society for the Intelligentsia Guild. Those are two different things. Screwlum is quite frankly the closest thing to a logical, not sociopath in the Genius Society. And the only time he showed even a bit of a flaw was when he told Herta that she wasn't a pawn, which implies non-geniuses are pawns, so he might have just a tinge of being a psychopath in him, but ultimately he's one of the calmer and more respectable and more trustworthy geniuses. I'll put him as a friend. I don't know if that's a wise move, but it's my decision. Trian, another version of Tribi, one of the many pieces of Tribios. Trian, unlike Tribi, has actually devolved mentally more. Like, Tribi has the body of a child, but you can still tell she has the wisdom of an adult. Trian has more of the personality of a rambunctious child. So Trian's not gonna be as high as Tribby is. I still consider her an adult because she came from a split up adult, but her personality definitely drops her tiers. She's either gonna be a one night stand or a friend. I'm gonna go with friend. I'm gonna go friend for Trian. Trinon keeps more of her maturity from when she was part of Tribios, but she doesn't seem as well put together as Tribby. I'll put her as date. Mem. Mem is what Cyrene becomes after returning to the past to help us out. She is our amnesiac friend that helps us write as we're written and go through our journey in Amphorius. She's a stalwart ally and obviously can only be friend or higher. She is going in one night stand for the same reason as Pom Pom. I am curious to know how she would feel. Alright, Castorus' twin sister. So, Castorus and her sister... Where did I put Castorus? Castorus is in wife tier. Castorus and her sister were both from the previous... Well, all of the Crisis eras were from previous iterations of the world. But Castorus and her sister were both up for grabs to become the next Thanatos. And they had to decide which of the two twins needed to be killed for the other twin to become Thanatos. Castorus' sister was the obvious logical choice because she was crippled, so killing her off would be simple, and then Cass could do her job. But her sister did not have the mental strength to bring herself to end her life, so Castorus ended her life because Castorus had a stronger will, leading to her sister becoming death. Other than the fact that her sister is a gentle person like her, and doesn't have the mental strength to make strong life choices like her, we don't get that much information out of her. So she either has to be a one-night stand or an acquaintance, because I don't know enough about her to put her in friend, friends with benefits, date, or wife. So here's a question to think about. What is more, politically correct? Looting her despite her handicap because she deserves to be treated like a regular girl, or not sexualizing the handicapped person? What do you guys think is the more politically correct option? I'm a looter. I'm an equal opportunity pervert. Finally, we have Tribios. And does this need to be questioned? Tribby's in wife tier. Where the fuck did you think the person that she came from would go? Tribios is yet another one of the Akuma people that was willing to give her life to save her world. She became the owner of the Gate of Passage, and wanting to be able to save everybody when shit was going down, she split herself into 1,000 pieces, essentially killing herself so that all the other triplets can go out throughout the universe saving the people and helping them out. This is why I confidently say that Tribby is an adult, because while Tribby isn't in a child's body, Tribby comes from Tribios. That's why I consider all of these just adults, but with different levels of maturity from the split. But yeah, unsurprisingly, as the person Tribby comes from, she gets Tribby's tier. Alright, now it is time to do ordering. Hyacinth is the easy first place, followed by Castorus. These aren't logically the best wives, these are just the ones that I feel closest to. Next would be Tribios, and by extension Tribby. Then Firefly. Then these two, because you guys are less here due to my personal connection to you, and more because I realized you're kind of flawless gems. So there was no logical reason to put you anywhere but in the wife tier. Logically speaking, there was nowhere else you two could go. Next, friends with benefits tier. Should go without saying that March is the easiest friend with benefits ever. She's a bestie for life. Next, I'll put Cyrene. Then Brunya, because I am a gold digging whore. Then Clara. Then Gwenithin. Then Saber. Then Trinon. Wait, I just said this was the friend of benefits note tier. No, this is the date tier. I'm sorry. Saber gets lower because she's an immortal spirit that will have to leave at some point. Dating that is guaranteed to stop has to go down. Nothing else changes. Friends with benefits tier. So, who would I want to fuck while spending time with the most? Misha needs to be protected. Stell seems chill. Cyrene will give me the most romantic time of my life. You would be chill. You are just unbelievably hot. You would be chill. I just trust you more than I do her. You're too attractive not to be pushed up. One night stands are obviously ordered solely by attractiveness. So, shut up, Herta. I don't want to hear anything. At this point, it becomes a little bit more difficult to to order, y'all. Alright, that's that. Friends tier. Hook instant top. Trian instant top. Yeah, Don hung above Rappa. Sampogeski. Alright, acquaintance. You have to stay at the bottom because you are extremely close to being in the stay away from me tier. You have to stay at the bottom too. IPC and Stellarons need to stay at the bottom because they can't be trusted. The teachers will stay at the top because I want to learn from them. Sunday needs to stay at the top too because he's improving himself. Cyphera is a good person deep down, so she needs to be high too. Argenti's arguably good. Ron May needs to be closer to the bottom as well due to the fact that she is quite frankly a danger to the universe. My reason against you is pure bias, so I have to put you higher. Alright, the order for the rest don't matter because the others are essentially interchangeable to me. Actually, no. Locha can't be trusted. And Black Swan can't be trusted. Alright, now how much do I want to keep you fuckers away from me? Sparkle needs to stay at the highest to stay away from me because while I find her attractive, that's exactly why I need to keep her away from me. I can't be around someone I find so ungodly attractive if they can't be trusted, because God knows what they will do to me using my attraction to them. I just realized ordering this tier is actually absurdly difficult. Because past him, I equally want all of y'all to fuck off. Scott is somehow higher than all of you because Scott isn't a danger to me. I guess the chances of Boot Hill pointing a gun at me are low, but never zero. Yeah, that's about the best I can do at ordering that. I hate you the most because obviously I hate evil, but more than that, I hate evil that is disguised as goodness. I'm not saying she's hiding what she is, I'm seeing the game paints her as a good guy. And she is not a good guy. So I hate her even more than the others. You know what? I'll give you a pass because you've been through some shit. So there we go. This is the final ordering for the Honkai Starrail Waifu tier list. What are your thoughts? How would you set up your own waifu tier list? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed and feel I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation is appreciated. If it was $1 a month, you can help support the channel as I'm sure I get to eat food. If you want more control over what I spend the money on, you can instead donate to me at throne.com/KingD353. Again, that's throne.com/KingD353. Throne works less around monetary gifts and more around physical gifts. You can essentially send me the item that you want me to buy with the money. So you can send me equipment for the channel, you can send me food for my mouthful, you can send me something to troll me with. Send me a bomb for my horrible shipping takes. Finally, if you want to spend some time with me, you can join our Press Discord. Once you're there, we'll be able to chat, play video games, share memes, and have ourselves a grand old time. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all you beautiful people later. Deuces, Kingdom.